Hi guys and welcome back to another video on the wrestling review. Well, Daniel, I'm going to talk to you about what I think JCW Lunacy is on fire right now. Now, I did a recommendation video a few months back on why people should actually watch. This is kind of a follow up to that video, but it's also an updated version of it now that I'm getting to know the roster a bit more and the championships, etc. And I have to actually say, guys, if you're starved to like for more attitude era type risky sort of ECW content, this is a perfect antidote for you because A, you've got a lot of hardcore wrestling, B, you've got some high flying stuff with and Jamaican facade fighting over the American Championship in the best free series for sad I for a sad I the all last night so it's on a piece you've got a fantastic goal a men's division you've got Katrina Creed who wrestles there occasionally you've got Hall who tail Jay, who's the current champion. You've got Owl as Crowley that I've highlighted. I've highlighted Katrina Rena Creed on this um channel. You've got legends such as Ken Anderson, James Storm, Ricky Orton sometimes appears. You've got Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, or who was on last night's Lunacy taping. You've got the likes of Caleb Connolly still doing his thing. You've got the ring rat Black the Owl, yeah, and Jeeves, that's the storyline's interesting. You've got Jasmine Sinclair from ECW, she's got her own faction, the Sinclair Monster Factory, which includes Congo Kong, is the very first JCW champion, or I think he was one of the first. You've got Mr. Happy, and you've got Eastman, who's basically the latest addition now. Eastman has competed in death matches across Japan, etc. That's another thing that JCW's got. They've got a lot of hardcore matches. Madman Ponto, and Akino. Akino. Who's are two hardcore competitors. Mickey who's actually a women's wrestler. Oh, she's got a very unique style. Madman portray is just the psychopath gimmick. He's like the bodyguard to a showrunner Vampiro. You've got the whole Alice Crowley story that has seen her become the woman men's showrunner. She's also kind of Bill Ackmale and Vince Russo. You've got Big Vito, who's the protector of Russo's investment, but he's also found himself in a spot of bother with the outbreak, Jackson and Abel, and Barnabas the Bizarre. He's got kind of a mafia gimmick. He's just come out with a storyline relationship with Jasmine Sinclair. Yeah, well, it's effectively broke off last night. You've got comedy characters such as you've got comedy characters such as Madma. Um, you've got comedy characters such as Wash Patton. I sorry if I'm getting distracted, guys. I don't know if you can hear screaming, but that's outside my window. But anyway, we'll carry on. Yeah, you've got Mosh Pat Michael, EJ Primo, um, you've got you've basically got a whole load of comedy there's what others as I've mentioned. You've got some good storylines. You've got Mac Ross trying to disrupt the world title scene. He caused the violent to be kicked out of his own company, or so the 100% majority owner. Although violent has since focused his attention in Big Vito. Oh, because in storyline, those little promos you get from Violent and Jay have um have him basically buying TV time on Lunacy within the context of the story, of course. Ken Anderson and James Storm are locked in a feud. You've got the recently signed to WWE Cardona defeating James Storm in last night's episode, although be yet aided by Ken Anderson. Um, you've got you've got Madden and Pondo last night trying to run over Oshpit Mike if a car basically is that was the killer of hanging that came out of last night's episode. You've also got the likes Danny who's been teaming with Hall Hotel J. They've both felt that a Alpha hour is Crown, who have said there's also Battle at Camille and Vince Russo. You've also got um, you've also got titles such as the women's title, obviously. You've got the Battle Royal title that is defended once a year. Current champion is obviously Kerry Horton. You've got current American champion Ninja Mac, um, tag team champions, but others of instruction. They've kind of got a so irons going on with Big V. Ito at the moment. So everybody's kinda got a character and everybody's kinda got something on. Holly, who Taylor J has not only got to contend with if the scheming antics of the best heel in the company, Al is Crowley. She's also got to contend with if Trina Creed is still the number one contender to her title. So yeah, I hope they circle back around to that eventually because Trina Creed does pretty good. As I said in my last JCW deal, the big veto of he's obviously in hot water with the St. Killian on Stuff Factory. He's actually been making a lot of enemies. He's in hot water with the St. Killian on Stuff Factory as a result of breaking his relationship off with Jasmine. He's also in hot water with if Ian and Stephen Thor is still dodging the outbreak cost the outbreak the tag titles so on the vision Jackson and Abel aren't fans of his either. Even even Uso now is starting to um is starting to question his judgment, but again another Uso into the company, but in the context of the storyline that must be said or inside news don't get any ideas on that one. You've also got Too Tough Oni and Will and Will I am on suspension at the moment because of and sort of so suspended but they'll be back though because they're two of the biggest baby faces within the company. As I said, guys, everybody has got at least something going on, and they're a unique character. I know with that, and you do tend to see a lot of storylines overlap. And even although I've been a major critic of Vince Russo on this um, channel, I do think he's actually done a decent job. Now I know Sean's jaw will smack on the floor. Now I don't like the answer so personal. I think he's said a lot of things that really I don't agree with. But in terms of the whole JCW creative, in terms of the whole JCW creative, I think Vince Russo's done a fantastic job and done a fantastic job so far. JCW Lunacy's probably the best company. Uh, is probably the best company at the moment if you like storylines, etc. And yeah, and everybody's storyline kinda overlaps as well, which is nice. It makes it a more cohesive show, and it keeps you coming back. Now it's not just the show that has to take the head here. It's Big Vito and Rosso who have actually spoken with via EMs, and I've actually said to him that I'm enjoying the show, etc. He's very responsive. Eats out your feedback um if you speak positively about it, etc. So he's always is open to have a chat with you, etc. And from what I hear from them, Jasmine Sinclair here's the Easy Train podcast as the tech. It's our genuine are generally affordable. Um, so yeah, if you live over in the States, obviously, I'd recommend get one. As I'm from Scotland, and it's a bit more tricky, but I do enjoy the product. The only criticism I'd have is obviously the episodes are filmed so far in advance, and you do kind of get spoilers to the main event scene every once in a while. I knew about the Cardona I knew about the Cardona title and a couple of months before that aired, and yeah, that's the only real criticism I have of the company so far. Um, obviously, obviously, if they want to keep the momentum, they could maybe sign a couple more younger talents to bolster the ends main event um, division, because even though James Ken Anderson and Nick Nemeth are fantastic wrestlers, they're all pretty much in their mid to late 40s, so maybe picking up a couple of younger or wrestlers to help balance that and offset that would help the company grow. Guys, and if you're interested in checking out JCW Lunacy, it's free to watch on the Psychopathic Records YouTube channel. It's a promotion run by the Cinco Posse, and the JCW Heavyweight Championship was actually defended twice on WCW Nitro in '99 by the Hero uh, um, on the Nitros. So that's the prestige of the title. Don't actually believe Jim Cornette's shits Even he's just a bit our old shite easel that can't accept that the Essenes have evolved them from the 1970s. I mean, that old Tatney, it's still lighting up or he's gonna pass himself, basically. Eh, but yeah, but yeah, I don't, I'm really enjoying, I'm really enjoying the product. It's really good. And, yeah, and let's see where this goes in from here because obviously Kirkdo owners had to vacate the championship, um, etc. So I think they'll get a couple more defences on EV before he drops it. Yeah, and I have to actually commend JCW for having such a star-studded first match. You had James Nick Emmet and Anderson in the first match of the show to determine who faced them on at the end of the episode. But yeah, that's the kind of product ECW offers, and everybody is on fire. Alice Crowley is probably is probably the best character on the show. She's very scheming as big Al, but I'll over because I'm or a heel anyway. To be honest, as I'm Sean will tell you, my co-host, Sean. So, to Sean and to everybody that tunes into my channel that gives professional wrestling a check out JCW Lunacy. Let me know in the comments so you can watch on the show, and I'll see you very soon. Guys, and enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. And remember to hit the bell, the thumbs up, the subscribe, and the share, and type the video. Oh, and I'll see you very soon.